dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good evening, I'm Keaton Hall. Governor Andy Beshear paid a visit to the Big Sandy region during a bus tour to kick off his re-election campaign. WYMT's Jordan Mullins spoke with the governor in Pikeville to discuss the bus tour, his first term in office, and his goals for the Commonwealth.
On Tuesday, Governor Andy Beshear secured the Democratic nomination for governor, bringing in over 90% of the popular vote. Starting Friday, Beshear then took to the road, beginning a bus tour to kick off his campaign.
We have crisscrossed the Commonwealth these last 2 days. Enormous crowds full of energy, full of hope and optimism.
On Saturday, Beshear made a stop in Pikeville and spoke about his previous 4 years as governor, his accomplishments and hardships.
In these last 4 years, it's been pandemics, tornadoes, here in the East flooding that took everything from thousands of Kentuckians.
In response to the governor's tour, the Republican Party of Kentucky released a statement that questioned many of Beshear's decisions and his leadership, adding, quote, "No number of bus stops is going to make up for Andy's failed leadership."
They're hurling insults. They're trying to turn people against each other. They're trying to stoke division. We don't need that here in Kentucky. We're better than that, and we were raised better than that.
But Governor Beshear says he is focused on continuing his work.
Well, listen, you got to run for re-election to continue to serve. But let me be clear that I'm in this to continue the work for the people of Kentucky.
And working together for Eastern Kentucky and all of the Commonwealth. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials with the Republican Party of Kentucky did offer a response to Governor Beshear's bus tour of our region. The statement, RPK spokesperson Sean Southard said, quote, "Joe Biden and Andy Beshear both campaigned as moderates, but they've catered to the whims of the far left wing of the Democrat Party. Our students still haven't recovered from his school shutdowns. He's even botched the response to tornadoes in the west and floods in the east. No number of bus stops is going to make up for Andy's failed leadership. We need to make sure we elect Daniel Cameron and the entire Republican ticket this November," end quote. Governor Beshear's bus tour also made a quick stop in Lexington earlier today. West 6 Brewery in Lexington gave a warm welcome to Kentucky's sitting governor. In his address to the public, Beshear congratulated the state on what he says has been a successful 4 years under his leadership.
We have the largest rainy day fund in our history, which led to the first bond rating upgrade in 13 years, which, folks, means the pensions of every teacher, police officer, firefighter, social worker are safer than they've been in decades.
Beshear was joined by Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman and his parents, Steve and Jane.
Well, it's a gloomy start to the weekend, and we are still tracking a few showers across the mountains into this evening. Here's a look at the radar right now, and as you can see, a few light showers do continue across the mountains. The bulk of the rain is now off to the south and east, but a few more light sprinkles over portions of Leslie County into Harlan County as well, also extreme southern Perry County. Also a few more light showers over Letcher, Floyd, also into Pike County as well, and some more light sprinkles are stretching into southwest Virginia at this hour from Lee County up into Buchanan County as well. Here is a live look from Buffalo Mountain. As you can see, gloomy weather continues. We have very low visibility at this location as rain and low clouds continue. That temperature 61 degrees. Most of us right now in the middle 60s. 66 in Somerset, 65 in Jackson, 64 for London, in the upper 50s right now for southwest Virginia. So we are mild right now, but we are tracking some warmer air and also some drier air as early as tomorrow, and that will stretch into next week as well. All those details coming up in just a few minutes. Keaton.
Thank you, Cameron. According to ARC, there's been a spike in overdose incidents in Laurel and Madison counties. They say it's unclear what substances are to blame for this. The Madison County coroner says he was also not aware of any spike in his county. One Richmond couple owns St. John Recovery, and they say it's part of their job to help.
No matter where you go, the drugs are not going anywhere. The war on drugs cannot be stopped. But us as community partners, individuals, you know, we have to do whatever to help the next individual that suffers with this disease.
Coming up tonight at 11, we'll take a closer look at their story and how Narcan can save lives. An escaped inmate in Kentucky has been captured and returned to Louisville. The city's police department posted the news on social media saying, "Welcome back to Louisville, Mr. Wolf." The Facebook post goes on to say, quote, "We remain the hide-and-seek champs." Norman Wolf had been on the run since his escape Thursday. Authorities say Wolf had burglary charges against him along with fleeing and evading police. He's also a convicted felon in possession of a handgun, the department says. One Floyd County Volunteer Fire Department hosted a fundraiser event benefiting their department and the community. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox details how, despite the rainy weather, the department continued their mission to raise support.
Through the elements of a wet Saturday afternoon, the Middle Creek Volunteer Fire Department hosted their first Ride for Rescue event at My Maid Adventure Park.
So we've had people from all over the different states coming out and supporting and donations. We greatly appreciate the community.
Participants young and old took strolls through the trails. All of the proceeds went towards the fire department for rescue equipment.
The water rescue is going to be one of our main focuses with this.
We have low-lying creek areas on Route 114, and I'd say at least ever in the spring and the fall that the department's out helping people.
In an area that has dealt with major flooding, water rescue equipment has become crucial.
Then after the floods of this year, we just really tried to reinforce our mission to try to build up our rescue operation.
Volunteer fire departments are often one of the first to receive an emergency call, so Ratliff says it is important to have all the equipment they need.
Normally if there's a medical call, if there's someone who's, a car accident, any 911 emergency, normally we're going to be notified first to be there.
Combining weekend fun with helping those we call when bad things arise. In Knott County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Anyone interested in joining the Middle Creek Volunteer Fire Department can go to their station meetings. Those are on Tuesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Following the death of one Southeast Kentucky police officer who was killed by an intoxicated driver last year, the department he worked for came together to plan a fundraising event to honor him. Earlier today, the London Police Department hosted the first Logan Medlock Memorial Bass Fishing Tournament in Corbin. This event helped to raise money for Medlock's family and for the organization Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
I mean, the brotherhood and the help that we're receiving from the department, and not only our department, but the sheriff's office is helping. Several agencies are coming in and working together as a team. The Thin Blue Line family goes, beyond just the London Police Department.
Event volunteers say more than 100 boats were entered to take part in today's tournament. We'll have more on this and hear from Medlock's family tonight at 11. Coming up at 6, AAA officials are preparing for what they call the 100 deadliest days as motorcycles take to the streets for summer.
Plus, we are tracking warmer and drier weather to return to the region. All those details coming up in just a few minutes.